there is a civil matter happening. But I'm calling upon the civilians of my localized area where I just need your help. See, because I can't interact with this person. There's a reason why that I'm having to retrieve my stolen property. There's a reason why I consider it stolen now. Simply because I did not give them permission to take it. I did on a level of my awareness, just saying, "Oh no, I'll let them have it. You know, they're my new neighbors, so they can." Right? I'm just doing, but really, it stole from me. This kind of thing happens a lot with people in Idlewild, where you don't know that you have a right to your property, which is your trees, and you should keep them. And then did you know you can give it to people? That's what always happened around here. The last 3 or 5 years has been weird, the way it's just shifted around, and some people just straight up forgot. And I do consider myself living in the most dangerous neighborhood in Idlewild, and that's why I'm calling upon civilians to help me with what is just a civil matter. We shouldn't have to involve guns from the police officers, or we shouldn't have to kill each other. Or maybe we do. Is that what they do in civilization? I don't know. I was hoping to just keep it a civil matter. The proof is there. See, the proof would be in the minds of the people who took the wood. They know that they took it from somebody. That somebody knows that they cut it out of my yard. Yeah. See, well, they don't know it because at the time that they came in, I didn't know it either. They were falling these trees that were dead, and I was so happy to see these trees being fallen, right? It's good to get them out of the way because they could fall. And they were huge, and he was achieving quite the scene. But I later on found out that he is not a skilled lumberjack, just completely, oh my God, dangerous. But that's what I found out. By the time he's getting on what ends up being my land, see, I figured out it was my land when the people next door came, and that's the people I have an issue with, they took my wood by way of communicating to the lumberjack one day. I watched it, and see, I'm kind of in the background, and I'm like, I'm going through hell over here, really. So that was, I'm having the worst time not taking stuff so like insultingly or personally about like if I have like a little thing happen like that. Like, for instance, the first tree that, and I didn't want to talk about this, but the first tree that they're about to cut down, it was well inside of my property. I didn't know it though. See, the reason why I didn't know it is because I didn't have the back 40, as so called, near the creek. I didn't have it exposed. I could tell you, I know where over here. I know where the little stake is that they've driven into the ground that says this is your corner. I mean, as a narcissist, you gotta just get into the within the fucking centimeter, right? Yay! We are fucking cuckoo now! Otherwise, you have just we're under one sun, babes. And could you get into the same reality here? Should be under ordinances of living in intention here, and you do not poison the place, and you just keep the city pollutions down because that's why we came up here. Can you agree with that? So you wouldn't support me unless you were a mountain person that says, yeah, no, I am the one who would ask the Airbnb people, please turn those floodlights off. We don't have those, and you don't need them. You just don't. You people are, oh my God, the surveillance state that has made it up here. It's like that doesn't need to happen. You just light your junk up. No, I wish I can just go on and tell you how I got my neighbor over here. Got him to turn off his volleyball court light. I'm trying to get over my programming of having. I'm the oldest family here, homesteaded for nearly 90 years. We come up here to enjoy the mountain ambience, not the city fucking paranoid people fucking waving flags ambiance. I don't know so if you can hear me. There is a civil matter that I am addressing that this person, via having communicated to the lumberjack that just didn't know. See, basically, I would have given that lumberjack 3 trees. He took around about 6 or 5 trees out of my that were dead. I remember I was talking with him very closely when by the time he come here. Of course, I'm a little girl on my property. Basically, it's my property there. He was on my property some 20 yards in. So I'm fine. I'm safe, you know, because they are going within the level of the law that they know. They got me and it ringing me like this, and I'm taking them to trial now. See, I'm definitely putting this on my Facebook page. I had to bust through and take them to trial, and we're gonna see patterning now. They're fucking lethal, and I'm like, I was just talking about a light bulb, you know what I mean? Or and then like and then they put asphalt. See this anyway. God, long story short, I want to get that wood back from him. I did not give that. Nah. Um, I want them to know that I didn't allow them to take that wood. Not up front like this. There apparently there's another world that see I live in, which is just letting it slide and not saying anything, but that's my wood, and I have been suffering, kind of struggling for the past 2 years. But see, this neighbor has a pile of wood. They don't. These people are no good. I'm telling you, it's time to expose these people that do not live by the teachings of Christ Jesus. Yes, I said it. They do not know what love is. So when they have a pile of wood there, they don't offer me anything. In fact, they're trying to starve me out. You would not believe what they have done to me. So what I'm requesting now, as a civil matter, I would love for you to show up at my home, and I promise you I will hold a guacamole party as best I can. I'll invite you all over, and you can just come and ravage the guacamole and have some chips and dip and bean dip, and I'll play my music, and we'll have a little get together, and I will thank you for addressing the situation of that person needs to return the wood back to me. This is a very private message to my so-called friends. And I'm almost ready to block every single one and start all over again and say, now who can help me with this? It's pretty intense, right? But it's not. It's not. Get on my level of kid. Get on my level of kidding. Now, I made another video where the sun was rising in the background with this shirt, and I'm talking about the kid that I really am. So you will not win the civil war. But it's really a spiritual warfare. Did you know that? Yes, it is. They've really treated me poorly, and I'm like, by the way, see, if you want to take it to court, I'll tell you, no, these people have stolen my wood. I see, if they were sound of mind, which they're not, it would be that one person that's concerned for me comes, walks over there and says, pardon me, are you so and so? Well, according to Shauna over here, you took her wood because she didn't know where her property line was, and now that she knows, she did not give you that wood. You must bring it back now. That's her wood. There's proof that you took her property, and she did not give you that permission, so that means it was stolen, and she can use that wood. You know it, and everybody knows it around you. And they don't use that wood like I do. Nah, they don't live in Idlewild like I do. They don't live in the same Idlewild that you and I do. If you're somebody who has always used wood for heating. Right now, there's a new person that's trying to say, you guys are a fire hazard. And it's like, you know what? You guys are a hazard. We've never had a problem. Look what's happening right now in town. What the fuck has happened? Did they announce another, like, oh, and now people are putting their masks on again. Did they announce something? I'm just not paying attention. And then now, there's all these, it's a fucking joke, man. The government has too much money and they're showing it by doing excess things around. It's like, oh my God, will you please confiscate the money from AI? Sorry, this video was okay. I shortened it up, right? Thank God I shortened it up. I was trying to get into some subject matter. It's like, you know me. I need that favor from the community, just to say, excuse me, but you took this wood from this little girl. She was actually giving it to you silently, being nice to you as a neighbor. But she's done doing that because she sees that how reckless you've been, and just demand that they give it back to me. See, they would know in their mind, but if they don't do it, they're being defiant because I can get a witness that says, no, you took this off of my property. There's the stumps right there. That's my property. See, I have to do this because that's my wood, and I didn't give that to them. See, it's only because they have been so fucking mean, beyond mean. It's called cruelty. Yeah. I don't expect anything from them, and but you never expect that part where they plug into you, and now they're torturing you. See, if I can get this wood back, it would put them in their place. I could do it by law, but I'm supposed to treat it like a civil case because that's what the law has told me. I talked to my attorney, and that's what they told me. They just said, oh, this sounds like a civil case. And it's like, you know what? It was a civil case before. But somebody dragged me into the courthouse and they had the gall to lie. And I'm telling you honestly, did I edit this? I'm trying to talk to friends here. Okay, don't be afraid of somebody like me. I never hurt you at all. You're wondering, well, how do we get close to Shauna? It's difficult right now because there are some people that are getting rewired by the hand of God. And we are actually in protection of it. We're like, no, no, you can't project on me like that. No, that's not it either. And no, we're done with that. That's a loop job. Stuff like that. And if you have a prominent early degree Aries, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, and so how do you like this conversation so far? Did you not understand it? If there's adults, hello adults, if there's an attorney in town, if there's a free paralegal in town, can you help me just communicate to these people and say, by law, you have to return this because it's her. Basically, she can claim it as being stolen by getting the witness who, in fact, came on her property and took it away. By the way, everybody knows of this one lumberjack. I'm not saying any names right yet, but he's, well, if I tell you that he's sold wood all chopped up, very uniform. And when you do that, you can sell it for in little bundles for like $10 at the Fairway and at the liquor store and at the Village Market. He supplies those racks, and he went to nuts and went to town in the middle of well, between now and back when the COVID-19 was announced. Just he capitalized on getting wood anywhere and everywhere from people. See, that's the deal. That's the deal we run here. It's just like, babes, come on. I'll give you some of the trees if you give me some of the trees. And I would give that. See, technically that lumberjack stole from me too, but I'm not doing that for him. What I want from him is to be a clean witness because I might have to call him, and I should. What I want to recall is I want to jog his memory. I'm skeptical about this because he's a man that I can tell that, well, he, after I told him I went up to this one tree that was he was the first tree he was going to cut on my property. Sorry, it's long. And I saw exactly. So you look around and you find out exactly where can that tree just fall to where it doesn't hit. And just I have this mind at my own great grandpa, and I saw it. There was only one place to fall it. There was only one. That sometimes it's like this when you're a tree faller, but you can do it. You can fall it on a dime, and you do not have to ruin the ecology. And I walked up, and he was standing right here, and I was right here, and there was a tree here. And here I am, locative of reality. I know the truth. And I'm like, boom, there's a tree. That's the truth. And I'm like, you can't fall this anywhere but, oh, right there, right there, right there. Perfect. Thank God there's a place to fall this thing without fucking things up. And so to me, it was just like, yeah, you got it, right? You know, you can fall right there. And he started arguing with me. He started to say something different. And I was like, what? No, excuse me? This isn't a personal thing. This is the truth. This is where you are to fall the tree because it won't. Uh, are you not seeing the same thing? Because I am better than you, babe. See, he just didn't know that, but he started arguing with me. I got this vibe from him, you know. So I'm very, very wary of tracking him down. I would love for the civil matter to be taken to him. Come on, please. You guys probably know this guy. Please help me now. I have to go public with this. I'm tired of being fucking isolated and fucking being beaten on by these demons. It's just time. Can you help me now? Oh, I doubt you can, right? So is there an attorney watching this? I made friends with you. You play the piano or something. I helped Ernesto build your basement. It was dirt, and I dragged in like a ton of fucking dirt. I relearned by memory how to put a foundation down because I already know how to do that. Ernesto had me working with him. He didn't know that I'm a better carpenter and builder and machinist than any of you people. I have it locked in me because I know who I am. I built this house in my last lifetime. Sorry about my look. I shouldn't be that way because it's like this is new to us, Shauna. Why are you acting so like upset and condescending? And it's like, well, I'll try not to. Maybe I need some pancakes. Let's go over to the lumberjack's house and say, do you remember? See, this is what I want to happen. I want to jog his memory, and I want to know, because he was about to take those trees out for himself. But these neighbors, the one I have, are really, oh God, they need to be dragged through the coals. That's why I'm putting them on trial. Yeah, they have to. You see, judge not, lest you want to set yourself in front of that fucking judge and explain yourself, motherfucker. Let's do this. Bring up all the evidence. What did I do to you? Nothing. But really, you guys, please help me get my wood back. See, the thing is, you're like, well, what did you do for me, Shauna? What did you ever do for me? Well, that's the thing is like, why don't you get to know each other now? Everybody, get together and find out. Do you know that you're richer when you come together? You find out what do you have to offer each other, right? Find out. I know I used to play music for people and they loved it, right? And the problem that I had with that in the past is that nobody really was able to expand on me, my stuff. I brought stuff to the table there, and it was wiped off, and then I do their stuff, and it's like, I'm tired of that. We're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that ever again. Why? Can't I want people to work with me? Otherwise, get out of here because I'm working with them. Really, it's got to be something like this. Now, this civil matter that's happening in Idlewild here that I'm going to trial now against these people who are just ruthless. They are wrong in how that they are being cruel. It does boil down to, um, okay, are you a human being or are you a non-human being? I've been talking about this on my Facebook page. It's just time for me to just talk. I need this help in my small community, you guys. I've lived up here for 88 years. I say my family has been here, but I claim to have built my house here. Yeah, you can, it's weird. I don't want publicity, but I'm telling you, this is me. I'm telling you who I am. I am my own great grandpa. There was a pact where I was supposed to take care of my daughter, who was my grandmother. And I'm wrapping something up here, and I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. How about you? The request is just to come down my driveway. Don't be afraid of me. I love people. I'm highly protective of who I am and what I have. If you're afraid of what I'm of like how I'm displaying things on Facebook, that's on purpose. Is because I don't, babe, you don't want just anybody coming in on me. See, I'm trying to share myself with you now. I'm saying, hey, I have to. I have to. I have a place to stay. I have a place to stay. If you want to rent my place, like how much are you paying rent for? I'll show that up on $200 less. How about that? But you have to be willing to have this experience in the mountains. I'm going to get a bunch of wood from these people, and there will be plenty of wood. See, I want to move the wood stove down. Let's work together. It might snow. You don't know. You don't know. So I don't know. See, it's not for everybody. Everybody's not for everybody, and I know that more than anybody, especially a narcissist. Narcissists have no taste at all, and they don't have any sense of sifting through and trying to align and get something to make sense across the board. Nothing. So be careful of those people. Hi, are you a paralegal or an attorney that understands my effort to avoid law enforcement? And I'm trying to avoid making it a criminal matter for them. They already are calling me a criminal for something. It's like, that's why I'm taking it to trial and saying, excuse me, this is defamation of character. I'm happy to go through the floorboards and look at every single thing, but see, you have to call up their records now and say, now let's see how much contact they make with the law enforcement. That's all you can do. Sorry, the look I'm making, but that system, the judicial system, would not be in place unless you people could not work your shit through fucking nothing. You guys just don't know, huh? And now this is the part where I say there is an overflow to where the organism is biting back on itself just because it doesn't understand fucking shit. And it's just like something is capitalizing on that, literally. You don't know what capitalism is. I mean, what I mean is they're making a business on top of your ass. It is the sickest thing that I can see. And all I'm saying is that in this community of Idlewild High, there's not much time for me left, but I got to do this, and I was wondering if you could help me out. I don't want to make it a criminal case for them. They're already in trouble. That's how nice I am. I was nice enough to just say, fuck it, let them have the wood, and then let it pass for a while. And I'm like, you know what? It's now time for me to stand up and say, no, that stuff was taken without my permission. They didn't have my permission because I was not aware of where the fucking property line was. Now, back to the lumberjack. I would happily give him 2 or 3 trees if he gives me 2 or 3 trees. That's how much he took. He took about 5 trees or 6. I'm counting like 6 fucking logs before I fucking realized, see, he had to fell some on this property. He fell some over there and drug it with his truck, but then he managed to finally, because this was open on the other side of my property, there it was their property that's now owned by these people who took the wood from him. See, I want to know, just as private investigator, I hope that I can jog his memory enough. What was the conversation? What did that guy next door tell him to where he gave him that wood? I want to know the details. I want to know every bit. Why? Because it will show you what kind of person he is. Like, did he bully him? Those are 2 bullies right there, by the way. Coming, and that bully won that bully. How did that happen? I just want to know, and I want to document it. What did he say? It was his? It's not. How did that happen? Like, are they both in cahoots? Because now I can get both of them in trouble if I wanted to. And I don't want to do any of this. I never wanted to do any of this. Why are you doing this, Shauna? What the fuck is wrong with you? Let's go back to what happened. And this is where I'm asking, again, this is a civil matter, the community of Idlewild. Like, what do you do when you see asphalt being poured in such a way that it's actually an attack? It's an attack. People got a free deal, and they thought, okay, so all I have to do is, I don't have to pay for it, but all I have to do is pay a $250 for a tractor boy to come out and see, they'll dump it for free. But the tractor boy comes out and he's making his money with his Bobcat or whoever has a tractor, $250 an hour to come and level it out. That was wrong to accept it. It made a lot of people sick. Now, if you're not one that poured the asphalt down, insane. I'm talking to the people who witnessed it, who actually got sick. No, it's a toxic poison they brought in. You felt it physically. You complained to me at the store over there. I went online. When I tried to talk to some shit, okay, so I'm done with this conversation. No, that's what happened. See, that's the original offense. I showed emotion about that I was mobbed by new people that thought I was something. Now, I have seen, as far as I'm concerned, at the courthouse, I have seniority because I've been here longer. And I'm pushing back in the name of climate change, but it's really just, are you guys done polluting the place? And now, can you live together here? Those were my trees. I deserve at least 3 of those fucking 6 trees taken out by that lumberjack that I'm grateful that he took out the trees because they were dying and dead. If you can understand where I'm coming from right now. Shauna Wyatt. How that's stolen property, and when I get the evidence together by way of the lumberjack, is he going to lie? That he took those out of my property. I will go and walk over and show them the property that fuckface over there uncovered finally. They have to uncover and get the centimeter of which they're going to put their fence posts on. Me? Along the creek? I have deer coming along my trail now because I kept it open. The only reason why we put a fence up is because of the deer. We don't want them to eat our apples, and the way that you get rid of those deer, or the way that you just put one fence. You don't have to put a box or anything. It's weird the way that they behave around fences. Once they see it, they go like this and they start running and they want to get away. And when you put it like this, it's weird. So there's some fences that are posts that I've maintained what I did in my last lifetime, which is I'm my own great grandpa, and I put a fence about 30 feet above my actual property line because there's the creek and there's the trail and there's deer, and I love that wildlife area that I kept open. It's my land, though. I can put a string that says I'm an asshole that looks at every little millimeter, and I will shoot you if you come over. I'm just kidding. That's the way these people are. I live in the most dangerous neighborhood in Idlewild, and I'm asking for civility. See, it's not civil around here. Oh, it's the Wild West. They stole my tree. I'm being strung up now because I'm a witch, and the good witch, by the way, because these people are checked out. AI